Here is your Golfer's Almanac for Saturday, May 27th, 2023. Today is the birthday of Sam Snead, born Samuel Jackson Snead in 1912 in Ashwood, Virginia. He started caddying at 7 and taught himself the game using a set of golf clubs carved from tree limbs. I'll leave that there, but the rest is undisputable. Here's but a few of the incredible accomplishments of Sam Snead. He won the Greater Greensboro Open 8 times, first in 1938 and then in 1965 at the age of 52 years and 311 days, making him the oldest player to win a PGA Tour event. In his first U.S. Open in 1937 at Oakland Hills, he lost to Ralph Guldahl. Guldahl carried 19 clubs in his bag as the rule for the maximum of 14 went into effect the next January. In 1939, again at the U.S. Open, this time at the Philadelphia Country Club, Snead made a triple bogey 8 on the par 5 72nd hole. He only needed par to win, but was told he needed a birdie by a spectator on the tee. Snead ended up in 5th place. Snead did not participate in 14 major championships due to cancellations during World War II. Then in 1947 at St. Louis Country Club, Snead missed a 30-inch putt on the final playoff hole to lose by a stroke to Lou Warsham. In 1962, Snead won the Royal Poinsettia Plaza Invitational on the LPGA Tour. It was a battle of the sexes tournament on a par 3 golf course against 14 LPGA professionals. Snead won by 5 strokes over Mickey Wright, who also won 82 tournaments in her career. Snead is the only man to win an official LPGA Tour event. In 1979, he became the youngest PGA Tour golfer to shoot his age, 67, in the second round of the Quad Cities Open. And then he shot under his age in the final round with a 66. 82 wins on the PGA Tour and then 14 on the Senior Tour and 7 majors, 4 times a second place in the U.S. Open. One of the giants in the game. Rest in peace, Sam Snead. Also born on this day, Minjee Lee, born in 1996 in Perth in Western Australia. Lee won the 2012 U.S. Girls Junior title, and her younger brother, Minwoo Lee, won the 2016 U.S. Junior Amateur, making them the only brother and sister pair to win USGA Junior Championships. By the way, Minwoo is the defending champion of the Scottish Open. He won last year at the Renaissance Club in North Berwick and plays on the European Tour. Minjee Lee turned pro in 2014 and has 7 wins on the LPGA Tour, including the Evian Championship last year in 2021. She was 7 strokes back in the final round and won on the first playoff hole against Lee Young-yoon, also known as Jeongjun Lee 6. Happy birthday, Minjee. Today is also the birthday of Todd Demsey, born in 1972 in Ridgewood, New Jersey. Demsey graduated from Arizona State University and played on the Sun Devil golf team with his roommate, Phil Mickelson. Demsey was a 4-time All-American and was the individual NCAA champion in 1993 at the Champions Golf Course in Lexington, Kentucky. Phil had won 3 of the previous 4 individual titles, and so Demsey kept the Sun Devil streak alive, making it 4 out of 5. He turned pro in 1985 and played on the PGA Tour for a year with limited success. Todd, happy birthday. Also on this day in 1971, the Walker Cup matches came to an end, with the Great Britain and Ireland team winning 13-11 at the Old Course at St Andrews. This would be the first time the Brits won the Walker Cup since 1938. They dominated the final day single matches. On this day in 1981, in the parking lot of Southern Hills Country Club, Roger Wheeler was shot to death while in his car about to leave the club. Wheeler was a Tulsa businessman and owner of the World Highlight when he found monies being embezzled from the organization by the Winter Hill Gang, led by Whitey Bulger. This incident forced Bulger to become a fugitive until he was captured in 2011 and later died in prison. On this day in 1984, Jack Nicklaus won his own memorial tournament for the second time. This would be the second to last win of his career, number 72. 2 years later, Nicklaus would win his final and 73rd win on the PGA Tour at the 1986 Masters Tournament, his sixth green jacket. In 2001, on this day, Tom Watson won the first of his 6 Champions Tour majors with a one-shot win over Jim Thorpe at the Senior PGA Championship at Ridgewood Country Club in New Jersey. This is 8 years before Watson would lose the 2009 Open Championship at Turnberry in a playoff with Stewart Cink. On this day in 2012, at the Colonial Invitational, Zach Johnson won by a stroke over Jason Duffner. However, on the 72nd green, Johnson was assessed a 2-stroke penalty for failing to properly remark his golf ball. Johnson moved his original ball mark out of the line of Duffner's putt, but forgot to move it back. Johnson made his 5-foot putt for par. Fortunately, he was assessed the penalties before he signed his scorecard, enabling a one-shot victory. This was his 8th win of 12 career wins on the PGA Tour, and that was a close one. Here's a quote today from amateur golfer Bill Campbell about Sam Snead. He was the best natural player ever. He had the eye of an eagle, the grace of a leopard, and the strength of a lion. That's it for today in golf history. Play fast, repair all the pitch marks you can find, and keep your golf ball in the short grass. Your Golfer's Almanac is a Golf Tunes production. It's written, produced, and narrated by me, Michael Duranko. I invite you to check out our original golf illustrations and the humor essays that accompany each of the golf cartoons. Tour Backspin is a weekly golf history newsletter that celebrates the PGA Tour in the 1960s and 70s with tie-ins to today's tour. They offer a bunch of content, contests, and other interesting bits. See the link in the show notes and subscribe.